Ladies and gentlemen, I have just received breaking news. Hell has frozen over. Why? Here's why.
I'm back.
What? God, no. I wasn't talking about you.
I know it. No, but CM Punk. CM Punk is back. And he's going to be on WWE Backstage.
And he's better than ever.
Yeah. Shocking return, to say the least. So, yeah, everybody is speculating on if he's going to wrestle for WWE again.
I'll say it was shocking. Renee Young looked like she was the only one who knew.
Yeah. Well, apparently they kept it hush-hush. So
yeah, they did a good job because Paige kept asking, "Is this a rib?"
Yeah.
Of course, Samoa Joe and Adam Cole looked pretty pleased.
Yeah, and Booker T was like, "I knew it. I knew it."
That man didn't know it.
Yeah, but that was a from what reports say, it was a Fox call. So he is, I guess, signed to Fox, not necessarily with WWE. So
he's signed by Fox on WWE programming.
Yeah. So they actually gave Fox their blessing. So as of today, as of this recording, next week, CM Punk will be on WWE Backstage. Now, I normally don't watch the show myself, but I'll be looking forward to seeing what he says about the product.
Yeah, because apparently on that show they're allowed to shoot from the hip.
Yeah.
Just look at Paige. She spent the episode just crapping on Seth.
Yeah.
Burn it down is rubbish.
She said how Seth needs to go heel.
And he's trying too hard.
That he does. I do agree with her on that.
Anyway, it's going to be very interesting, especially since he has a list of people wanting to pick a fight with him. Why isn't Aleister Black trying to pick a fight with him?
Listen, Aleister Black just wants to fight everybody. Right now, he can't fight nobody because he's dealing with a knee injury, but he wants to fight everybody.
Oh, he's really injured.
Well, it's not like a serious injury.
It's just a kind
like
of
a little tweak.
Okay.
Something like that.
That explains why he keeps sitting in his room asking to pick a fight with him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, this list involves Ricochet, Seth Rollins, The Fiend, and am I forgetting anybody else?
Not that I can remember. I know those three.
Okay. Well, that being said, welcome back to another episode of the 3 Count. I'm War Machine MJ, the face of the 3 Count Mafia. This is a stupid, ugly face.
I'm Rodimus Prime.
Yes, welcome back, Rodimus.
Thank you. It's been a while.
Yeah. And you are here on a very special episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, because there are a few things about this show that I need to talk about.
All right, so we kick off the show with my future ex-wife, Becky Lynch. It's always a treat to listen to her on the mic.
Of course. Now, as of last week, they recorded the show from Manchester, England. Both shows, to be exact, on the same night. So that's a lot of content to record. 5 hours in one night.
Oh, boo-hoo, they recorded 5 hours. I feel more upset for the fans.
I know, right?
They had to sit through 5 hours of wrestling.
Right.
Oh, and their Christmas tapings are going to be murder.
Ugh.
They have to sit through 6 hours in one day, and then the next day they're going to have to sit through the other programming.
Yeah. Wait, what? Raw, SmackDown?
I think it's like 2 episodes of Raw, and then on that Tuesday they're going to be taping 2 episodes of SmackDown.
Ooh. Jesus. Didn't they do that shit last year?
No.
Or was it the year before?
No.
It was one of those years where they taped Raw and SmackDown because they had like 4 or 5 days off for Christmas.
Well, it wasn't Christmas because
it might have been New Year's. Whatever it was.
I think it was New Year's because last year they worked Christmas.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Ooh, Jesus. Yeah. That makes my head hurt.
Yeah.
God.
And then they have to tape Tribute to the Troops.
Right after SmackDown. I think that's like on December 7th, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to tape SmackDown first, then Tribute to the Troops. That makes my head hurt, bro. God.
Imagine the people that've got to sit through that. And they have to sit through 205 if it's there.
Oh.
Anyway.
They better get their money's worth. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
Oof.
Let's go back to my future ex-wife, the current Raw Women's Champion, Becky Lynch. Basically, she talked about Shayna being, impressive.
Yeah.
And respecting her, respecting her methods. But tonight, Becky feels like a little fighting, and she feels like being Becky Two Belts again.
Yeah, because she called out the Kabuki Warriors, who are the current women's tag team champions. And this is where Charlotte came down to the ring.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was shortly before commercial that Charlotte came to the ring. Yeah, I think it was originally going to be Charlotte and Natalya challenging, but I think Natalya was out on injury.
Yeah.
Or she had to miss the show for family obligations.
I don't know.
It was something along those lines, but they really turned crap into an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Because while this was a fun enough match, however, the current NXT Women's Champion was sitting at ringside just staring down the action.
Yeah. She was scoping the competition, if you will. And she tried to get herself involved for whatever reason. But Becky and Charlotte wasn't having none of that. But contrary, the Kabuki Warriors are still the women's tag team champions.
Yeah, and I believe Bayley with her May I See Your Manager haircut was out there.
Yeah.
She caught that fade from Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler just walked off towards the end of the match. And while Becky was, up on the barricade begging for a fight, Bayley asked to see her manager and took her out.
She has that soccer mom, can I see your manager? I need to return this haircut.
She has a Karen haircut. That's what it's called.
Karen haircut?
Yeah, because that's the stereotypical may I see your manager. Yeah, that joke, they're called Karens.
Oh, I get it. I get it. Yeah. But like we said, Kabuki Warriors are still your tag team champions.
Yep. Next, we had a backstage segment where Ricochet and Randy Orton were having an argument, of course, Ricochet being on the receiving end on the out of nowhere RKOs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the camera shifts over to the OC grilling Humberto Carrillo.
Yeah, they were trying to kick him out of the locker room, basically being the locker room bullies, if you will.
Being the locker room leaders. They take after Zach Gibson,
Yeah.
Anyway, Ricochet basically stepped in. It's like, hey, why don't you lay off of him?
Yeah.
And Styles, Gallows, and Anderson mock him, Hey, look, it's the local superhero.
Wow.
Then AJ Styles told him, listen, why don't you go hang out with...
This is the place for the best of the game.
My phone's acting up, sorry.
It's all those ads that are popping up.
Yeah.
See? Anyway, he tells him, why don't you go hang out with Mr. RKO out of nowhere and leave us to our business? And then Ricochet's like, well, how about we have a match tonight?
And that would later happen because it would be a 6-man tag with Ricochet, Humberto Carrillo, and Randy Orton taking on the OC.
Yeah. So, yeah. Next up was...
Drew McIntyre versus I Need to Go Lead to Pursue MMA Sin Cara.
Yeah, the story behind that is basically Sin Cara wants out of the WWE to pursue MMA.
Yeah. But unfortunately, he got denied. So he's going to be in WWE for the next 3 years.
Yeah. Unless they decide to Luke Harper him.
Yeah, in which they will probably do. But Drew McIntyre made quick work of Sin Cara because, it's Drew McIntyre. He just looks like he's ready to whoop some ass every time he walks down to the ring. What can I say?
I thought he... Yeah, okay, I thought he cut a promo, but no.
No.
Next week...
I don't think he cut anything after the match.
Nah, I thought he did. Next we had a Eric Rowan... it wasn't a promo. It was mostly him making baby talk to something in a bag? Bag box? Boxing bag. Bag and box. I don't know. It was really weird.
Okay, when we get to this match, I got to talk about that.
Anyway, but yeah.
Fuck.
The camera was the point of view of the bag, so you just saw Eric Rowan's hillbilly face making baby talk, going, oh, goo, 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 goo. Are you having fun? Joo, 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 joo.
I'm glad I missed that.
It was really, really weird.
I'm glad I missed that shit.
Next, we had a 2-on-1 handicap match for the WWE 24/7 title.
Or as R-Truth would call it, the 48/7...
7-Eleven European 911 Championship.
Yeah, that. The Yeah. I'd somewhat watched this match. I really didn't care for it.
Yeah, this wasn't much. They had some in-ring work. The Singh brothers started running around ringside. R-Truth chases them. It makes its way to the back. The Singh brothers hide in a locker room, with the lights turned out, shake off R-Truth. They turn on lights. There's Eric Rowan.
And he beat both their asses.
He even flung a sofa at them. He flung a sofa.
I'm glad I missed that part. I saw when he was in the locker room, but I'm glad I missed that part.
Yeah.
Jesus. A sofa.
Truth pops in. Truth opens up the door, sees what had happened, and he's just like, I'm just going to turn out the lights, leave you guys alone. And the whole time the Singh brothers are like, Truth, help. Come on, help us. No, don't leave. He turns off the light and shuts the door.
Yeah.
So, next we get a Seth Rollins promo.
Who? Oh, that guy.
Burn it down is rubbish.
The guy who has a big mouth, who always has something to say. Seth Rollins.
Oh, before I forget, I got to do this once every episode. Shut the f up, Jerry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jerry Lawler, shut the f up.
Yeah, he's really starting to get annoying.
Yeah,
commentary.
The only time he's tolerable in this episode and last episode is when he was thanking Dio Madden for standing up, even though he caught the fade and the announce table.
I thought that was funny. They just really threw Dio out there as a sacrificial lamb to Brock Lesnar, because it was just like, you finna get slammed through that table, right?
Well, that man stepped up, all 6 foot of him, and he's got all that ring rust. Brock Lesnar is a fighting machine.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar made quick work of that.
At least he wasn't like Little Ray and just like jumped on his shoulders right into the bread and butter.
Yeah.
It still cracks me up that Ray jumped right on his shoulders and he gets F5'd.
Oh my God.
Like, how this plays out. Why? Why jump on his shoulders?
When Cain Velasquez got F5'd on Dominic.
Now, that one wasn't as funny. It's just the Ray jumping on the shoulders right into an F5 was kind of hilarious.
That was stupid.
Anyway, speaking of stupid, was a Seth Rollins promo.
Yeah, one thing about this, and it was noted, WWE edited the boos during the show to make it look like he was being cheered, which I thought was super corny, because WWE is known for doing shit like this.
When did that happen again? Oh yeah, when they were pushing Roman Reigns.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Seth Rollins is the new Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and Roman Reigns is the new Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see how that just switches? Yeah.
Meanwhile, John Moxley's somewhere smiling his ass off.
Yeah, he's pretty glad he left WWE for his own sanity.
Yeah, he needed a paradigm shift.
Hey. Good one. Good one.
Thank you.
Anyway, he was on the mic, yapping. I didn't really care because I think I turned to the football game. So I turned the TV, and next thing you know, I flipped back, and who interrupted Seth Rollins?
Well, before we get to that, Seth Rollins basically said, I was almost NXT champion, blah, 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 blah. Adam Cole is better than me, blah, 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 blah. I'm ready for a fight, so anybody in the back, anybody in Manchester wants to pick a fight with me, come on out. And then, da-da, da-da, Fabian Eichner, Marcel Barthel, and of course, Alexander Wolf were on stage as the Ring General made his appearance. Current NXT UK champion, Walter.
Yes, and he definitely confronted Seth. We come back from commercial, and we have a match. Walter versus Seth Rollins.
And Seth did all right. I'm just a little upset that Walter didn't pepper him with those lethal chops.
Yeah, because I would have enjoyed every bit of it, being that Seth, again, has a big mouth, and he likes to talk a lot.
Besides that, Walter's chops are like gunshots, man.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's a spectacle when you look at the other guy's chest and you just see a perfect handprint on there.
Yeah, and it looks like a big... Yeah.
At least it wasn't like Daniel Bryan's chest at Greatest Royal Rumble.
Oh my God!
Freaking hamburger.
That was like a steak. Like, Jesus Christ. Or like Like Ric Flair, or when he gets chopped by somebody.
Oh yeah.
Like for example, back in the day, he had a match with Ronnie Garvin.
Yeah, with the man with the hands of stone.
Yeah, said he chopped him so hard he had to have chest cream. Jesus.
Awesome.
But anyway, Seth ended up winning by DQ because Imperium got involved. So afterwards, they started to beat down on Seth. The Street Profits and Kevin Owens came out there, and it turned into an 8-man tag team match.
Yep. All of Imperium versus Seth Rollins, the Street Profits, who want all the smoke, by the way. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, they constantly want the smoke.
And a wild Kevin Owens that suddenly popped up out of nowhere.
Stone Cold Kevin Owens.
Where's he been?
Good question. Where has he been?
Maybe he took some time off to hang out with his family. He seems like a family dude.
He's got kids.
And he's got kids, but that's not his
And
gimmick.
a hot wife.
And a hot wife. But that's also not his gimmick. That's two people's gimmicks.
Yeah,
Heath Slater's got kids, and Carl Anderson's got the hot Asian wife.
that is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Anyway, yeah, this tag team match was a lot of fun, besides Seth Rollins not being very fun.
When has he ever been fun?
I feel like we need to lighten up. All we do is just crap on Seth Rollins. Granted, 90% of this is deserved, but...
I mean, he brings it on himself. So, I mean, we have a reason, and we are well within our right to crap on Seth Rollins.
Anyway, Seth Rollins is... Oh, let's go back to the Roman Reigns thing. Seth Rollins is good in ring. Other aspects of the ring, he's just...
Yeah.
He's just an idiot.
That's why he has a big mouth, and he has a lot to say, and he just needs to shut the F up.
And he also cuts some coked out promos.
His promos are not fun anymore. Every time I see him on my TV, I just grab my remote like, oh, football game on. I'm going to watch whoever's playing on Monday night.
That promo he cut before he faced Eric Rowan in a no disqualification match was really good because he had that energy like he was coked up.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was.
He couldn't form anything coherently.
It's Seth Rollins, so.
Anyway, this match was lots of fun. Street Profits are just a fun tag team to watch. Kevin Owens, he's Kevin Owens.
I mean, how could you not like Kevin Owens? I mean, I recently saw a tweet where he talked about how he got to team up with Rey Mysterio, which was really cool.
I saw the picture of that. I thought he was wrestling against Mysterio on the house show, but no, he teamed up with him.
Yeah.
I feel like that's secretly everybody's dream is to tag with Ray.
Yeah, because I think sooner or later he's going to end up hanging it up for real.
Okay, not just tagging, also having a match because in WCPW when he had that match against Will Ospreay, Ospreay just lost it. He went to tears.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was a great match, so it was well warranted. But
Definitely.
yeah. Anyway, of course, Mr. Burn It Down got the win with a stomp straight to Alexander Wolf.
Yeah.
The man that most deservingly able to take the pin in that team.
Yeah. I mean, Rollins did his thing, Street Profits did their thing, KO did his thing, so they got the victory.
Oh yeah, he did hit a stunner because he hit the stunner and he did the crotch chop. He didn't do the X. He went the
Who, Owens?
KO. Yeah.
Wow.
Because I forget who he hit. He stunned somebody and he just went yeah, and then just started shaking the ropes.
Oh no, that was Montez Ford.
No, it wasn't Montez Ford. Montez Ford was just like shaking the ropes at the end of the match.
Like Warrior. He was shaking the ropes like Warrior. I'm like, dude, calm down. Stop. Tranquilo. Time out.
Montez was feeling it.
He was feeling it. He was feeling way too much. Way too much.
Hey, he got the swag and he wants to smoke. I don't know if you know that.
Next, we move on to Cedric Alexander versus Andrade.
Yeah, this was a pretty good match.
Yeah. Of course, Selena Vega got involved, doing her thing. Andrade, I really think they made a good decision by putting him on Raw because they're really building him up strong. So, I mean,
how high does this push go? Because we know his issues with getting a higher push.
That is a good question.
Honestly, how much sway does Paul Heyman have with pushing people?
I mean, from the stuff that I'm reading, it's certain people that he's fans of and he's pushing. I think Andrade's one of them.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for his involvement, where does the buck stop?
I don't know. That's a really good question.
Because we've heard he's high on Cedric. We've heard he's high on Ricochet and Aleister Black. He's a fan of Humberto.
He's a fan of the Street Profits.
So I'm just saying, like, where does his influence end? Like,
I don't know.
Is-
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like WWE title type push. I mean, even though he could be, but I'm gonna say like real, like high, like medium to high mid card
yeah,
at best. I mean, but that is a good question though.
yeah, because with all these people that they've just kind of ignored into obscurity, that Paul Heyman's just finding gold out of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of it's just kind of makes you worry because Vince doesn't like to make stars anymore.
No.
He likes,
Well, if he does, it's certain ones.
yeah, certain ones, and it's just one archetype. Big, powerful guy.
Big sweaty men.
Yeah. Not anybody who's great on the mic or has solid in-ring work. No, it's always guys who can't cut a promo to save their life or guys that just lumber about.
Yeah. But oh well, we'll see we'll see for the foreseeable future how this goes.
Yeah.
Aleister Black. He wants to.
Oh, by the way, Andrade got the win.
Yeah, Andrade picked up the victory. Then we move on to Aleister Black. He wants to go fight somebody.
Yeah, apparently he's got his next target because, it says here loosely translated, he knows who. I'm sorry, let me try that again. I know who you are. I know what you've done. So come knock on this door and pick a fight with me.
He wants to fight somebody. That's all I can say.
It's fighting time. How was that? How was my Aleister Black impersonation?
It's good. It'd be better than mine.
Yeah, I didn't put any work into it. That was all off the cuff.
Okay. Good job.
Thank you. Next. Oh, turd sandwich of the night, man.
Oh my god.
This is the special part of the episode.
Now I would get loud, but there are people upstairs sleeping.
Okay, before you just divulge into your opinions on this, let me just go ahead and just run this down.
Please do.
So before we cut to commercial, there was Booty Lashley and Lana arguing about something, or they were discussing something feverishly. Lana comes down to the ring and in a roundabout way basically says, because me and Bob Lashley have been doing it for 7 weeks, I'm 9 weeks pregnant. So Rusev put a Machka brat inside of me. I laughed because of her delivery on the Machka brat part. Rusev comes out there and he's trying to connect the dots. Lana accuses him of accusing her of being a liar, and he says, no, I'm not doing that. I'm just trying to figure out, why are you doing this? And, I forget what was said, but, like, Lana starts attacking Rusev. Booty Lashley comes out there and takes out Rusev and find out the two of them were lying for absolutely no reason. Rusev's already sworn this whole thing off.
You know what?
All right, so
Again, as of this recording, there are people upstairs sleeping, so I can't get loud like I want to.
he will get loud on his podcast.
Yes.
Check that out. But
I will get loud there. I agree with what Corey Gray said on the After the Bell podcast, which is a decent podcast. This shit needs to end. As soon as this came on TV, I literally turned to the Seahawks 49ers game. I cannot. When this happened, I said, okay, I'm gonna be invested in this. But after the week after this happened, I was just like, this is dumb. This whole segment is worse than what Alexa Bliss did with Bailey. The Bailey This Is Your Life segment. This is worse.
I think those are on even terms.
Well, look at it this way. This segment, they also edited the boos off the show.
Yeah, I didn't hear any cheers either.
When the Bailey This Is Your Life segment, it was about as quiet as this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Rusev Lana
You
segment
can
this
literally
week.
hear the air conditioner go off in the building.
That's what I'm saying though.
This
This segment was the same way this week. It was dead silent. Like
this
nobody could care.
was. Why are they doing this? What is the end game behind this?
That's
Are they supposed to reconcile after this? What is the end game? I do not find this. I know I can't be the only one. I do not find this interesting at all. Please, for the sake of fans, everybody alike, end this now. This makes no entire sense. She said she did it with Lashley for 7 weeks, right?
Yeah.
And she's been pregnant for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay, I love math.
Nerd.
Shut up. And I'm not the smartest person in the world, but that don't make sense to me.
That totally makes sense. You know why?
Why?
Because it's Rusev's kid. Think about it. Her and Booty have been seeing each other for 7 weeks. She's 9 weeks pregnant. What was she doing the 2 weeks before?
Oh my God. Please end this. Please.
Not only are you a nerd, you're bad at thinking. You're an idiot.
Because this segment is dumb. This storyline is dumb.
I don't know.
It makes my brain hurt.
I did like last week where Lashley, in a roundabout way, said he broke his junk porking Rusev's wife. That was pretty funny.
Okay, let's move on. I just can't.
Anyway, next up, something you also can't do. It's Eric Rowan.
You know what? Eric Rowan with Luke Harper, he took on this Sonar Durson guy. But anyway, he made quick work of that. He brought his bag or cage or whatever that was.
He brought his backspot. Damn it. I was trying to say box bag, but it came out as Baxbox. Anyway,
Oh my God.
he brought it to the ring, put it on the commentary table, which for some reason they were ringside this week.
Yeah.
And the whole time, Vic Joseph was like, "I'm not touching that."
Yeah. He told Lawler to scoot over. And
Lawler was like, "What's in it? What's in it? Why don't you find out what's in it? What's in it? What's in it? What's in it? What's in it?"
he's like, I don't want to touch this thing. I don't know what it is.
Anyway,
He was like, did it move? He's like, I don't know.
Anyway, Eric Rowan put this poor sap out of his misery. He walks over to commentary, snatches his bag box, and Vic Joseph's just like, "I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. What's in the box? I didn't touch it."
Yeah. Besides that, the stuff with him and Luke Harper was cool. Eric Rowan
Wait.
by himself.
Wait, which Eric Rowan and Luke Harper? Are you talking about their recent team up or Harper, Rowan, Bludgeon Brothers?
The recent one.
Okay, all right.
Not the Bludgeon Brothers crap. The recent one.
You know,
But
despite being a shite tag team, they really put on some good matches.
they did. I'll agree.
Yeah.
But by himself, I was just like, why are they trying to make Eric Rowan a thing?
And we still never found out why he attacked Roman.
That makes no sense. It really had no payoff.
Yeah.
But again, why by himself? Why are y'all trying to make him a thing? No one cares.
Anyway, speaking of not caring, apparently commentary were told not to care because Viking Raiders, the current Raw Tag Team Champions, took on the former NXT UK Champions in Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, which I say commentary didn't care because Jerry made a lot of Flash Gordon jokes.
I wish they'd take him off commentary. I'm done with Lawler. His days of trying to be interesting on commentary were like 20 years ago.
20 years ago when he could get away with saying some of the most misogynistic stuff.
Yeah.
Now,
Imagine him trying to say that today.
now whenever there's a female involved with something, you can just hear that hamster dying on the wheel as he thinks of something other to say than, "Oh boy, look at how good she looks."
Jesus.
Anyway, yeah, Vic Joseph was doing his best to try and put Webster and Andrews over. Jerry Lawler just pretty much in a roundabout way kept saying, "Who? Which one is that? Why is that? Why is Flash Gordon in the ring?"
And I was just sitting there like, dude, will you just shut up? You're just making the match so uninteresting.
You're not even funny.
He hasn't been funny within the last 15 years.
No.
That's why I said his best days on commentary were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, Viking Raiders picked up the victory.
Yeah, I mean it was a great showcase for Andrews and Webster. Too bad commentary just drug him down.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's all Jerry's fault because Vic was trying his hardest to put him over.
Yeah.
Oh well. At least it wasn't grizzled young vets. That would have been a crime. Grizzled young vets.
Then I would have had a reason to turn my TV off.
Oh, that would have been a crime.
Jesus.
Anyway, next, there was a back and forth between Ricochet and Randy Orton, where Ricochet basically said, hey, can we trust you tonight not to RKO me? Or it's just like, I don't know. I do what I want because. Basically.
Randy Orton. I mean, it's Randy Orton.
It's Randy Orton. Signed another multi-year deal.
I mean, everybody knew he wasn't going to AEW. It was obvious.
He's such a troll.
I know it. He does a great job at it, too.
He does, yeah. Did you hear about him basically trying to plead with Vince to keep his partnership with the Revival going?
Yeah, but Vince turned that down. And he's trying to pitch a match against John Cena for WrestleMania next year. Because apparently he was looking at a magazine with him on it, and he was like, trolling on the internet, trolling on social media. And so he's pitching, I don't know if it's real or not, he's actually pitching an idea to face John Cena at WrestleMania.
I hope he's just dicking around.
Because I don't think they really have plans for him for WrestleMania next year.
Who?
Randy Orton.
They also don't have plans for Cena, even though he apparently wants to show up.
Yeah, he said he'll be on a SmackDown. He'll be in a SmackDown ring soon. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I used to be on the John Cena bandwagon. Randy Orton, I like him, but we don't need to see this match.
I mean, how many matches have we seen with John Cena and Randy Orton?
How long was the Ruthless Aggression era?
A pretty long time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait. When did the Ruthless Aggression era end?
I want to say like late 2009, early 2010. Somewhere around there.
So the mid to tail end of Ruthless Aggression era to Universe era?
I think so. Because remember they had that shite match at the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, but I'm trying to remember what era came after Ruthless Aggression.
It was like the PG era, or as they call it, the PG era.
Yeah, PG era. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So mid to tail end of the Ruthless Aggression era to the middle of the PG era.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how long we've had those matches.
Yeah, they've had dozens and dozens and dozens of matches. We don't need to see no more.
Unless you're planning on teaming them up.
Okay, now I'd kind of get behind that.
Who would they take on, though? Have to be somebody who still looks strong even after catching an L.
I'd say Ricochet and Ali, I guess.
Yeah.
No? I don't know.
Somebody with Baron Corbin. Yeah.
Bobby Lashley.
Okay, yeah, Booty Lashley, Baron Corbin. There we go. That's a team. There we go. All right, awesome.
I mean, again, remember when they had that shite match for the championship at the Royal Rumble? For the Unified World Heavyweight Championship. They had that long name for the championship.
Actually, that match was pretty... Wait. Are you talking about when they unified the belts?
Yeah, and the crowd...
That match was pretty cool.
Yeah, but the crowd was still crapping on it, though.
They were still crapping on it. But that match was pretty cool because there was that spot where Cena was on top of the ladder and he was handcuffed to Randy Orton, those big, long handcuffs.
Yeah.
Orton just, yanked him down and he flew right into a corner table.
Oh.
That was a cool match.
Yeah. But other than that, no more John Cena Randy Orton matches. That has ran its course. That ran its course years ago.
Yeah. Next, we get a video package of Brock Lesnar's not domination, recent tear through the WWE after defeating Cain Velasquez and capturing the WWE Championship. Not necessarily in that order.
Yeah, and it showed him trying to find Rey Mysterio last week, and F5 and Dio Matten through the table.
Oh, where you at, Ray Ray?
Yeah, and
Where you at, amigo?
Rey Mysterio attacked him with a pipe.
Yeah, just basically capped him.
Mm-hmm.
How they do it in the Bronx.
So yeah, he came strapped and ready. And of course, at Survivor Series, Rey Mysterio will challenge Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship.
Yep. We also got some more Survivor Series matches that were made. Before we get to that fire match, let's go ahead and talk about the Raw Men's Tag Team.
Yeah.
We've got, of course, Mr. Burn It Down Rubbish, Burning Trash. There we go, Burning Trash. Seth Rollins, Mr. RKO, Randy Orton, the real life superhero Ricochet. And I'm trying to come up with nicknames on the spot. MVP of Drew McIntyre,
Or better yet, the Scottish psychopath of
Scottish Terminator. There we go.
Yeah.
The Scottish Terminator. Stun Owens, Stun Dog Millionaire Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And as of this recording, SmackDown's team has already been announced.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and talk about that since we already talked about backstage news. By the way, CM Punk is back in case you people didn't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the SmackDown tag teams, I'm not going to bother with nicknames this time, it's way too much work. We got Big Dog, Rough Roman Reigns, King Dickhead, King Corbin, Shorty G, your favorite wrestler,
Chad Gable.
Mustafa Ali. Yes, he's Mustafa now.
Yeah, and Mr. I like to catch fades but still look lame as fuck.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
I lost to a non-wrestler.
Jesus. They really wasted him. Let's just be real.
They wasted him ever since that feud with Brock.
Yeah. No Mercy 2017 is when they should have put the title on him.
They should have.
Jesus.
Either way. And, of course, we got women's triple threat match for Survivor Series. Becky of Raw taking on Shayna of NXT, taking on Karen of SmackDown.
SmackDown women's team has Sasha Banks, Dana Brooke, and Carmella.
They're still missing two more.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be determined this week.
I don't think Raw or NXT has been announced yet.
Not yet, but
Yeah.
for the NXT, I assume it's going to be some of the women in the War Games match.
Yeah.
Anyway, and of course, the fire match. Match that's going to steal the show.
The show stealer that everyone is looking forward to. It's going to be representing Monday Night Raw, U.S. Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, taking on North American Champion Roderick Strong, representing NXT and the Undisputed Era, and from SmackDown, the Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. I hope they give him at least 20 minutes, because they can go out there and have a fire match.
15 to 20 at least, come on.
Yeah.
That's a fire match in the making. Of course, we're not going to hold it up to any lofty standards like Styles and Nakamura back at Wrestle Kingdom. Was that Wrestle Kingdom?
No, that was WrestleMania.
No.
Oh, when
their
they
IC match.
Oh, before they left to come to WWE. Yeah, that match was fire.
Yeah, that match is fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back on New Japan World and watch that shit.
Anyway, but yeah, Roderick Strong versus AJ Styles. That is bona fide match made in heaven. Same with Roderick Strong taking on Shinsuke Nakamura. So cut out the middleman. Let's get all three.
Yeah. And in the main event, we had the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson taking on Humberto Carrillo, Randy Orton, and Ricochet.
Yeah, pretty good match. Just all these guys beating the holy hell out of each other.
Yeah.
The finish came down to Randy Orton deciding whether or not he should take out AJ Styles or take out Ricochet.
Yeah, Ricochet was slowly getting up. Randy Orton was standing behind him, and Jerry Lawler just made it worse. He was like, "Oh, Randy Orton's behind you." And I'm like, will you shut up? You've been just trash. But he decided to RKO AJ Styles. I think Randy got the pin for his team.
Yes. No,
Yeah.
he tags Humberto. Humberto gets the Aztec press, and he pins AJ.
Okay, so they win. Afterwards, he looked at Ricochet. He says, "I do what I want, when I want, to whomever I want." Remember that.
11-time champion. Beat that.
Yeah. So that's how we ended the show.
Yeah. It was an alright Monday Night Raw, except for just one heaping turd sandwich. And whatever the hell Rowan is doing.
I just don't understand.
Yeah, they got a lot of explaining to do, and just think something that just crossed my mind when we were talking about that last match. Humberto just pinned AJ, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if they take the belt off of AJ before Survivor Series? Put it on Humberto.
I wouldn't be mad about that. I mean, I wouldn't do it now, but if they did it, I wouldn't be upset about it.
I kind of would be, because right now as that match stands, it is pure fire.
Yeah, it is. So it really wouldn't make no sense to take the belt off AJ so soon. I mean, Humberto versus Roderick Strong versus Shinsuke Nakamura wouldn't be bad, but
But Humberto just lacks that in-ring IQ compared to AJ.
yeah. So, and plus he lacks that veteran experience, if you will.
Yeah.
Just like the other two, he lacks that veteran experience.
Yeah. And besides that, AJ can sell the hell out of an injury.
Yes. He sure can.
Anyway, that being said, yeah, that's our rundown of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And you know what time it is. I'm pretty sure Rod's stupid, ugly face has got a podcast he needs to promote.
Yeah. Episode 16 up right now. Prime Talk with Rodimus Prime on the Castbox app. Check it out.
Yeah, what's that episode about?
Just reviewing some stuff from last week, stuff this week, predictions on football.
You haven't talked about Monday Night Raw yet, have you?
No, I'm not going to talk about that shit sandwich.
Oh, you guys should tune in. It's going to be his most spirited episode yet.
Oh, God. I might do a... Uh-oh, my bad.
Might break the table. There you go.
I might break the table and do a little ranting about that. But yeah, I just refuse to talk about Raw. That whole segment. Like I said, when that segment came on, the Monday Night Football game, I immediately grabbed my remote and turned the TV. I just had to.
Yeah. I'm glad I just missed it live, because I went back and I watched the whole show on a stream site that I'm not going to disclose. No, I'm not getting in trouble for that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being said, I'm War Machine MJ, the face of the 3-count Mafia.
And I'm Rodimus Prime.
The ugly face of the 3-count Mafia. And we'll see you guys next time.
Oh my God.